If you are comparing Clue and Crayon, the first thing to understand is that both are credible, established competitive intelligence platforms. But they are not strong in exactly the same way. And more importantly, they may not both be right for the problem you are actually trying to solve. A lot of teams start with the question, should we choose Clue or Crayon? But the better question is, are you trying to build a formal competitive intelligence program? Or are you trying to give your sales reps competitor battle cards they will actually use in live deals? Because those are not always the same thing. Let's start with Clue. Clue is often the stronger fit when your competitive motion is centered around the sales team, the deal, and the battle card. If your reps are regularly selling head-to-head against competitors, and you want battle cards, objection handling, win-loss insights, and competitive guidance delivered into the sales workflow, Clue is very strong. It is especially compelling for larger sales-led organizations with a dedicated competitive intelligence or product marketing owner. Clue is also strong when win/loss is a formal part of your program. If you want competitive intelligence and win/loss operating together in the same platform, Clue is usually the more natural fit. So if your priority is sales enablement depth, native win/loss, and battle cards connected to live competitive deals, Clue deserves a serious look. Crayon is different. Crayon is strongest when your priority is breadth of monitoring. If your team needs to track a large number of competitors across websites, pricing pages, product updates, job postings, news, reviews, social channels, and other public signals, Crayon is built around that problem. It is less about starting with the individual sales rep in a deal and more about making sure your business does not miss important competitor movement in the market. That makes Crayon a strong fit for product marketing teams, competitive intelligence teams, and cross-functional programs that serve sales, marketing, product, strategy, and leadership. If you need to monitor a wide competitive landscape, filter market signals, and report on competitive intelligence activity at a program level, Crayon may be the better fit. So the simplified contrast is this. Clue is organized around the deal, Crayon is organized around the signal. Clue is often the better choice when battle card quality, sales enablement, and win-loss are the center of your competitive motion. Crayon is often the better choice when broad monitoring, market coverage, and cross-functional competitive intelligence are the center of your program. But there is a hidden question that matters before you choose either platform. Who is going to own it? Clue and Crayon are both built for organizations that often have significant headcount behind a detailed, ongoing competitive intelligence program. That usually means someone is responsible for curating content, reviewing signals, maintaining battle cards, analyzing win-loss trends, managing adoption, and continuously turning raw intelligence into useful guidance for the business. That is not a criticism. It is how larger, enterprise competitive intelligence programs often work. But it does mean the software subscription is not the only cost. If nobody owns the program internally, even a powerful platform can drift into shelfware. Battle cards get stale, alerts get ignored, reps stop trusting the content, and the competitive intelligence program slowly becomes another tool that looked great in the demo, but never fully changed how the sales team sells. That is where some teams need to pause. If you have a dedicated competitive intelligence function, product marketing team, or multiple people responsible for running a full-time competitive intelligence program, then Clue and Crayon are both legitimate options. Choose Clue if your main problem is helping reps win competitive deals with stronger battle cards, objection handling, and win and loss insights. Choose Crayon if your main problem is monitoring a large competitive landscape and making sure important market signals are captured and routed to the right teams. But if you are a leaner sales team, or your first priority is getting useful competitor guidance into the hands of reps faster, the better answer might be something more focused. You may not need to stand up a heavily staffed enterprise CI function, before your sales team can start improving how they compete.
That is where Playwise HQ fits. Playwise HQ is not trying to be everything that Klue or Crayon is. It is not a broad market monitoring engine. It is not built around the assumption that you already have a large, full-time competitive intelligence team. And it is not the right tool if your main goal is to track every competitor signal across every public channel. Playwise HQ is built for a more focused problem. Sales teams that need competitor battle cards, objection handling, win/loss learning, and rep-sourced competitive intel they can actually use in live deals. Instead of starting with a broad CI program, Playwise HQ starts with the battle card. You add a competitor, create the battle card with AI, capture the strengths, weaknesses, products, objections, win/loss themes, and field insights, and then keep that content current based on what reps are hearing in real deals. That matters because for many sales teams, the issue is not that they missed every competitor signal in the market. The issue is that when a competitor came up on a call, the rep did not have a clear, trusted answer in front of them. They did not know how to position against that competitor. They did not know which objections were likely to come up. They did not know why the team had won or lost similar deals before. And they did not know where to find the information quickly enough to use it in the moment. That is the gap Playwise HQ is designed to close. So if you are evaluating this market, do not just compare feature grids. Start with the job you actually need done. If your job is to run a mature, heavily staffed competitive intelligence program around sales enablement and win/loss, Klue may be the best fit. If your job is to monitor a broad competitive landscape and capture as many market signals as possible, Crayon may be the best fit. If your job is to give sales reps usable competitor battle cards quickly, without standing up a full-time enterprise CI function first, then Playwise HQ may be the better fit. The real decision is not simply Klue versus Crayon. It is whether you are buying an enterprise competitive intelligence program, a market monitoring engine, or a battle card workflow your reps will actually use. Answer that honestly, and the right platform becomes much easier to choose.